Hi boys and girls, this is your math lesson for Monday the 30th. Today we're going to focus on division terms, words you need to know that are important in division, and you'll need to know them next year in 4th grade as well. So get out your math notebook, and in your table of contents, please enter in a section for division terms. Okay? Anytime during this video where you need a little bit more time to write and I'm moving on, all you have to do is hit pause and write things down that you want to write down and then hit play again, okay? Or you can go back and listen again and double check, right? Okay, so once you have division terms written down in your table of contents, please go to a new page. And we are going to work on 3 today. You should be familiar with all of these terms as we use them in class. The dividend, the divisor, and the quotient. These are the 3, I would say, most important, with a couple of more terms in division, all right? So you go ahead and write these down. Leave yourself room for a definition for each. Let's start with dividend, okay? The dividend in our division problems are the numbers that are being divided up. It's the number that's being divided up. So I'm going to write number being divided up. The dividend is the number being divided up. If you would like more time to write that down, hit pause, okay? If you're good to go, let's do divisor. Divisor is the number in a division problem that goes, number that goes into the dividend. Okay? So number 2, the divisor, the number that goes into the dividend is the divisor. So if you would like some more time to write that, hit pause. And if you're all set, let's do quotient. Quotient's the easy one. It's a different word. It's easy to remember. It's the answer in division. So your answer in division is the quotient. So I'm just going to write answer in, and I'm going to put the division sign in division. Answer in division is the quotient. Okay? Good. You are later in the week going to add 2 more, I think, definitions, maybe 3 to your list. So leave that page the way that it is so you can add to it later. And let's open your notebook so that you have 2 blank pages in front of you. So if you're looking down at your notebook, you've got a blank page on each side. Okay? For our next step, you're going to need 2 pages. One side for a sort and one side to write down the problems. Okay? So go open up your notebook so that you have 2 blank pages that you can work with. All right? And I'm going to pause it so I can write down our problems. I'll see you in a sec. Okay. So to do this activity, on one side of your notebook, I want you to make a sort. And the sort needs 3 sections, a dividend, a divisor, and a quotient section. So on a page by itself, make your sort page, okay? It should look like this with 3 sections. We're going to do 3 practice problems, and then you're going to do some on your own. So you can use the same sort for both if you have room, okay? So first make your sort on one side, and I will be back with the problems we're going to do for the other side of your notebook. Okay guys, so before we get started, I want to make sure everyone understands. Your notebook should be 2 pages. One page should be your sort columns, okay? And the other page is where you're going to write down the problems we're working on together. Does that make sense? So if it doesn't look like this, stop for a second and fix it. All right, one side for your sort, one side for practice problems, and then you're ready to go. Okay? If you don't have this, pause it and fix it, and come on back when you're ready. All right? Okay. So, one at a time, we're going to do together, and then you're going to do some on your own. Number one, I want you to write down on your practice problem side this problem here, just like this. Number one is 36 divided by 3 is 12. Okay? Now it's going to be our job to break down this problem and put the divisor in the divisor column, the dividend in the dividend column, and the quotient in the quotient column. So for this problem, you are going to put the number 12 in the quotient because it's the answer, right? We know in the diving board strategy that the divisor goes on the outside, so you would put 3 in the divisor column, and that leaves 36 as the dividend. So all you're going to do is in your sort, you're going to sort it. Just like we just said. Okay, so 3 is the divisor. I'm going to put that in the divisor column. I'm going to put 12 in the quotient column, and I'm going to put 36 in the dividend column. Just like that. Do you get this? Okay, let's do another one. Number 2, the problem that you're going to write down, and I want you to write it this way, is 12 divided by 3 equals 4. This time we're not doing the diving board strategy because I want to point something out to you. If you look at number 1, the divisor is on the outside of the diving board. When we write division problems like this, the divisor is not the first number, the dividend is. So when I give you your problems to do on your own, be careful. Be careful not to get tripped up by that, okay? When we write division like this, we always start with the dividend, the number we're dividing up. When we write with the diving board strategy, we always put the divisor on the outside and the dividend is underneath. So it flip-flops, you have to be careful of that, okay? So for number 2, you're going to write down on your practice page, 12 divided by 3 is 4. Okay? The quotient is 4, that's the answer. The dividend, the number that we are dividing up is 12. You're going to put that in your dividend column. And the divisor, the number going into the 12, is 3. We're going to put that in the divisor column. So sort it out. Write it in your sorts. Okay? The last one is, you're going to write it like the diving board strategy this time. 35 divided by 7 is 5. Okay, if we sort this one out, the 5 is the quotient, the answer. The divisor's on the outside of the diving board, so that would be 7. And the dividend, the number we're dividing up, is 35, and you're going to put that under the dividend column. Okay? So those are the practice problems we did together. Now I'm going to give you your list that I want you to try on your own. You can use the same sort. You don't have to make another sort. Just keep going with that same sort. And in your notebook, on your problem side, you're going to do number 1 is 76 divided by 4 is 19. Number 1, I want you to write like this. Okay? And then you're going to sort that on your own. Number 2, I want you to write like a diving board also. 96 divided by 6 is 16. Okay, that's number 2. And anytime that I'm going too fast for you, just pause it and write down what you need to write down. You're going to sort this on your own, so for right now, just write down the problems. Okay? Number 3, I would like you to do 63 divided by 7 equals 9, but I want you to write it like this. Okay? 63 divided by 7 equals 9 is number 3. Okay? And then we're going to do one more on your own. Number 4 is going to be 88 divided by 11 equals 8. But please write it like this. All right. I'm going to hold this up while I'm talking so that you can finish writing it. So your assignment on your own is to sort these problems, these division problems out. Put the quotient in the quotient column, put the dividend in the dividend column, put the divisor in the divisor column. But don't forget that when we write the problems in different ways, the dividend and the divisor are in different spots. Okay? Whenever we write this way, we always start with the dividend, the number we're dividing up. But in the diving board strategy, the dividend's underneath the diving board and the divisor's on the outside. Okay? All right, sort these on your own, okay? And then in your rest of your math lesson, there's a little review division term video you can watch on my YouTube channel. And there is also some IXL practice. Again, I only want you to practice for 10 minutes or to 85%. If you hit 85% before 10 minutes, stop. If you haven't hit 85%, that's fine. Either way, stop after 10 minutes, okay? Just for practice, all right? See you guys next time.